this video tutorial, we're going to be looking at how you make comparisons in Japanese. So how are you going to answer the question, which is bigger, A or B? Or which is more interesting, A or B? Or which do you prefer, A or B? Let's have a look at our question. Now in English, we'd say between A and B, which is more, and then we would use our adjective. So which is more interesting, which is more difficult, and so on. Now our basic sentence pattern in Japanese goes like this. We've got our A first, that's the one we're comparing B to, and then we're going to link it with to. So A to B, and then dewa. That tells us it's between those two things. That's what we're comparing, A to B. Then we need the question word which, dochira, and then we're going to use subtopic particle ga that tells us it's which that we're actually focusing on. This is our question. Then comes the adjective, des, it is, and ka, making our sentence into a question. A to B dewa dochira ga, and you put your adjective in, desu ka, between A and B, which is more of your adjective. Okay, let's have a look at it in practice using Hello Kitty and Totoro. So between Hello Kitty and Totoro, which is more cute or cuter? So we're going to put the two things that we're comparing first, Hello Kitty to Totoro. Then we're going to add the particle that tells us between those two things or amongst that group, dewa. So Hello Kitty to Totoro dewa dochira ga kawaii desu ka? That's your question. Hello Kitty to Totoro dewa dochira ga kawaii desu ka? Between Hello Kitty and Totoro, which is cuter? Now these are the two words that we're going to need to make our answer. And the first one is yori. Now yori goes after the word which is less of the adjective that we're using to compare the two. So yori is very much like compared to. So I put that after the A, which is going to be less of the adjective. Then we need the next expression, no ho ga. Now that's composed of three words. No is our linking particle. Ho means directional way. And ga is our subtopic particle. So what we're saying is with no ho ga, in this way. So more than the other thing, that's what we use yori for. In this way is what is more of the adjective that we're using. Here we go. So we're going to say that Hello Kitty is less cute, or compared to Hello Kitty, Totoro is more cute. So Hello Kitty is the lower of the two. So we're going to use yori. Hello Kitty yori, compared to Hello Kitty, or more than Hello Kitty, Totoro. That's the one that's more cute. So he gets no ho ga. Totoro no ho ga. And then comes the adjective that we're comparing them using, and that's kawaii desu, is cute. We put the whole thing together and we get Hello Kitty yori Totoro no ho ga kawaii desu. So in English, that's Totoro is cuter or more cute than Hello Kitty. So all you need is yori and no ho ga to make that comparison sentence in Japanese. Okay, let's compare something else about these two. So between Hello Kitty and Totoro, what about which is bigger? So our adjective is going to be ookii, big. Here we go. Hello Kitty to Totoro dewa dochira ga ookii desu ka? So we're comparing the size. And here we go. Well, obviously Totoro is bigger. It's going to be no ho ga, and Hello Kitty is smaller. So it's going to take yori. Let's see how it works. Hello Kitty yori. So that's the smaller one. That's what we're comparing Totoro to for bigness. And then comes Totoro. He's the bigger, so he gets no ho ga. And then here's our adjective oki desu. Put it all together and we get Hello Kitty yori Totoro no ho ga ookii desu. Totoro is bigger than Hello Kitty, or Totoro is more big than Hello Kitty. Finally, we're going to say which we prefer. So between Hello Kitty and Totoro, which do you like most? In Japanese, you have to say it, which is most likable. Okay, Hello Kitty to Totoro. では、どちらが好きですか? Now for this sentence we use the Japanese word suki, which means likable. It's an adjective, but it's like our English verb to like. Okay, Hello Kitty. Now we like Hello Kitty less than Totoro, so we're going to put yori after Hello Kitty. That's the one that's lower. So Hello Kitty yori Totoro, that's the one we like. No ho ga suki desu. Put it together and we get Hello Kitty yori Totoro no ho ga suki desu. Compared to Hello Kitty, or more than Hello Kitty, I like Totoro. Totoro is more likable than Hello Kitty. We would say also in English, I like Totoro more than Hello Kitty. Or even we can say in English, I prefer Totoro to Hello Kitty. What about if we want to put it the other way round? We want to begin with the thing which is more of the adjective that we're using. Well, we can do that because it's got its particle there, which tells us what's going on. So, Totoro no ho ga Hello Kitty yori suki desu. That still means I prefer Totoro to Hello Kitty. So whichever way round you put it, it's fine, as long as you remember yori comes after the thing which is less, and no ho ga comes after the thing that's more.